What inspired me to create a certification program tied to incentive? Probably in the very beginning, back in the early 1990s, I saw our ladies needing to be validated that they were doing something worthwhile. And so nothing to me speaks to that more than just education, whether it's for myself or for my supervisors or for the food service employee. And so that's really what started me thinking about it, is they need to know that what they're doing is very important. And that's when I thought there's no better way to reward an employee than to go and get training and then to compensate them for that. In order to create and have the best staff, you need to have certification tied to the job position. And certain job positions from the beginning, which is a 3-hour apprentice in our department, to a manager, there's several different levels in there, and each one requires more expertise. And so I felt it was important to tie that certification level to each position, what we thought was required to make the most responsible and most knowledgeable employee in each category. And I wanted to do it in such a way so that they would always want to continue with their education. So the beginning one, the 3-hour apprentice that works 15 hours a week, we have simply a 75-cent an hour certification rate that we tie to that, which is about $500 per year. And if we go on up to the full-time, it's about $2,000 difference. So, and then we go on up to the manager, and that's a $3,400 difference in pay. So that's quite an attractive incentive itself. But for me as the director, it meant that employee was trained and much more knowledgeable in each level. And for them, it hopefully inspired them to want to always move forward and not be, stay at a 7-hour technician level, but aspire to be a manager, which is what we always want them to do. We have our own levels that we want our employees to have, along with our state health department recently implemented more training that we are required to have, and then we do our own ServSafe certification training. So all these different training programs were just becoming a little bit more difficult to keep track of, so we decided to combine it all and make one simplified for us, because we have to keep track of all of it for each employee, and also simplify it for the employee. And so that's really why we brought it in-house, and we provide the bulk of the training, with the exception of the Manager Academy, which is done through Region 4, and we count that as our Level 4 certification. But it was important to me to just make sure that we could track all of that and effectively, and make sure the employee knew when the deadlines, when recertification was due, and that's why we made recertification one time during the year, which is June 30th. And it's been very well received by our employees. They like the simplicity of it, and yet they know that they are meeting our professional standards through USDA as well as our own local certification levels.
All right, thank you, honey. Have a good day. Good morning, Sergio. How you doing? Cereal or cinnamon roll or chicken and waffle?
Having a professional standards program in place is wonderful, because it gives me an idea what is expected of me when I come into my job. I am trained properly on how to do all the things that they ask me to do, how to follow a recipe book, how to read a production record, how to plan a menu. I can properly do my job with all the information they give me.
Like the training that they give us gives you confidence in your job. You feel like you can do what they're asking you to do because you've been trained and shown their expectations. I feel like working with the managers was nice because they've been on the job and they've actually had to do all the things that we are required to do, such as be a baker, be a meat cook, be a fruit and veggie lady. They've worked in the dish room. They've worked everywhere that's required of us.
They have individual classes for each and everything we do, from equipment use. We learn how to use the ovens, the steamers. I had never used a combination steamer oven before. I've never used a convection oven. And there's classes for that. There's classes on baking. We have Over the summer last year, we did decorative cooking. We learned how to make fruit parrots. So there's any number of trainings that are free, and I just got on the right track at the right time and was able to get all the required number of courses in order to advance. And there we have it. Perfect 2-ounce rolls.
I think a long time ago when I started the classes, it used to be really hard for me. Personal, for me, I had to find babysitter, I didn't have a transportation, we had to go out of Dickinson to take classes, and we had to pay for them. And now it's very free access for everyone to take the classes and sign out. Very easy now compared to years back.
Everyone is trained and trained by a skilled person who's already been through the programs. And as far as the training classes go, the instructors are so knowledgeable, and they bring in instructors, plus we teach ourselves classes as managers. And so it's great because then we know that our people are being trained, and so that if we have to step out or do something else, we know that things are going to be taken care of properly, and there's less chance for error. So it makes you feel good that you're confident in the crew, because you know you can leave them and let them do whatever they need to do to be successful.
Have to go through 3 levels before you are sent to Manager's Academy, and that is a lot of training and a lot of classes. There's classes usually about once a week for the entire year.
Because I started out as an assistant manager instead of a 3 or 7 hour worker, I had to complete each level 1, 2, and 3 at the same time during the year. I was not able to take all of those classes in the district, so some of them I had to go out of district for. When you go out of district, the fees can run anywhere from $25 to $40 per class, and you usually have to do them on a Saturday, which is usually an all-day thing in Houston or other areas surrounding us. The other classes that I took, which is a major part of them I took here in the district, which was really convenient because they have them scheduled for the administrative office, or maybe at another school you can go in. We don't have to pay anything. We're able to take those classes for free through our district, and it's usually done in 2-hour sessions where you can go on a Tuesday, Thursday and complete a class for your level 1, 2, or 3 certification.
All the classes are the same for each level. So if you wanted to attain level 1, everyone who attains level 2 or 3 has also taken level 1.
Since we're all managers teaching these classes, we've all done what we're teaching. So we already have that experience, and more importantly, the ladies see us doing what we're teaching every day. Our classes are right after work. It's usually at our main facility or at another kitchen. And money-wise, all of our classes are free. Everything that we teach and show them, it's free. It's no cost to them whatsoever. And sometimes that is a big factor when you're raising a family and trying to work. The tracking system is in-house. As to outsourcing with other entities is so much better, because we have an online system that tracks all of their classes, and they can always go back and check and see if they've gotten credit. And with our system, it also sends them an email letting them know that they have the credit, and it also sends them reminders that this class is coming up. It gives them a more hands-on approach to keeping track of their own certification.
One of the benefits of our training program at Dickinson ISD is the way we maintain and update our employee certification records. When students come to class, they are asked to sign in. At the end of each class, we gather the sign-in sheet and compare that list with the online registration list that is in Euphoria. The credits are tracked for each student through this system, as well as an Excel spreadsheet. Each month, we provide the manager with a progress report of their employees' training. Employees may also go online through Euphoria at any time to view their progress.
We feel like it's a better experience for our employees to take training courses here in our district because we follow the recipes that we use here, the equipment that we use here, versus the equipment and recipes that we may talk about at other districts that we don't have here, so they can feel comfortable when they go into work and they're working with recipes or ideas that are right here in our district. The quality standards that we teach in our class is what's expected here in our district, and we want the best for all of our students here at Dickinson ISD. Doing it here in-house versus having to go to other districts to rely on them to have the classes that we need and that our district will accept as a qualified training class is that we have a schedule at the beginning of the year that tells us all of our classes, when they are, how many hours are going to be, so we can plan ahead if we know when we're going to have the class, so that we can have our whole year scheduled and know that we will meet our goal to finish up this level or that level. And a lot of our classes, when we do finish our levels, we get a pay increase, so it's a benefit for us to take classes.
If you don't learn, you're going to stay stagnant. You're not going to get anywhere, and you're going to get bored with your job. So when you're able to advance like that, it's great because then you know that you're going to be a success in everything that you do in this department, and that makes you feel great. All right, thank you, Jacob. Would you like some juice today, my dear?
The Dickinson program is phenomenal. I never knew that there were such standards in place, such quality program, training.
Dickinson Independent School District has given me the opportunity to be a career woman. I have always worked, but I never felt like I was a part of something until I came here.
Our department, I mean, they just offer so much. I could never say enough about our department.
I do love training, and I think that is a big part of any job is training. And I love to train. I love to teach them different things, and so that's very rewarding to me to know that I do have all this knowledge that I can share with other people, and that makes me feel so good that I've learned something and have retained it enough and experienced enough to experience it and share it with them.
So in my experience with this district, and especially the food and nutrition department, you can be as successful as you want to be. They give us every tool to be successful in our career, carry it home to our home life, even interacting with the children, just help them have a happy, successful day at school.